Well, good morning, everybody. It's Bobby at Bobby's Hobbies. It's 6:02 a.m. And man, it's pitch black out there. So we're in here, and there's a little doggy, and we're gonna make some pancakes. So I don't know. I guess the ladle's in the dishwasher. So we'll make silver dollar pancakes. The batter was just a little too thick, and then I put some more liquid in here. I mixed milk and water, but really didn't put a lot, but yet it was enough to make it more like a crepe. Let's see how they turn out. Oh, the heat's good. Got some sausages from the other day. I'm heating them up. Really do need a ladle. That spoon's not big enough. Make some eggs, have some blueberries. Here's the blueberries. These are like extra large eggs, which is always nice. Not good. Oh, okay. Everything is not always perfect. Would be nice if everything were perfect, right? What planet is that? Hey, let's talk a little bit about outer space. You know, if you look at it from a position of, well, there must be a God, right? Then my thought is, why would God make such a vast universe and only have one planet with so-called intelligent life on it? Doesn't make sense. I mean, just in our own Milky Way galaxy, it's estimated that there are 400 billion stars. And now, thanks to the Webb telescope and other things, we can see that there are planets around most of these star systems. So just do the math. 400 billion stars, and probably at least 400 billion planets. Usually there's more than one planet. So you're talking about possibly a trillion planets or more in our own galaxy. Not everything's going to have life on it. That life can be different. The life might be microbial, might be vegetable, could be a lot of things, but it could be super intelligent. The other thing is if you have all these opportunities, again, you're taking it from a religious standpoint, why would God make all the heavens and only one planet with life? And then that's only our own galaxy. In the 1920s, Hubble, who they named the telescope after, he saw a smudge and said, what is this? And he figured out, oh my God, it's the Andromeda Galaxy. It became known as that. He realized it was an entire galaxy. Before that, they thought that, and I'm talking recent times, that the Milky Way was it. So now when you come to the thought of galaxies, they believe in the observable universe. That one's almost burnt. 2 trillion galaxies, what we could see. And they think we only see 2% of the observable universe. So 2 trillion times 50, is about 100 trillion galaxies in the universe. And then we don't really know if the universe ends or not. And then you have all the things of the multiverse and, is every black hole, does it have a white hole on the other side? There's multiple universes, and is the Big Bang now the Big Bounce, and things, went from one side to the other, and the universe just keeps flexing and never, growing, changing, almost like an abundance of universes. So there's so many possibilities. But again, going from the God theory, if there's a God, why would God make everything? to have only one special planet. Now, if you look at it from a totally different perspective and just say pure science, take God out of it, then you would postulate that life arises from the natural confluence of all the laws of physics. You know, that the atoms interact molecule to molecule with energy. It creates various compounds. Those compounds then, start to replicate themselves. You have life. So again, you go through the whole thing of, a star generates or releases tons of energy. In doing that, it fuses together from hydrogen to the next element up, helium, and then lithium. And in each process, the star keeps synthesizing different atoms on the periodic table. And if you follow that theory, then the star blows up. And when the star blows up in a nova, the last element it makes is iron, which is some kind of endothermic reaction. So the star, collapses. The star collapses, and in that collapse, it triggers the supernova, the nova or supernova, depending on the size of the star, and all the other heavy elements are synthesized. So like the great Carl Sagan said, you want to have an apple pie, you first have to create the universe. So all those processes, in theory, would lead to life somewhere else, because you'd have planets full of all these heavy compounds and whatnot. So again, so many opportunities. If life is a random process, there's got to be life out there. That doesn't mean that the UFOs are real. I mean, they could be real, but we just don't know. Now, maybe Trump in there is going to tell us about Area 51. I don't know. God, it would be great to know if there's something out there. Is the world ready for it? You know what? I don't think someone should make that judgment. I think you should let everybody know. But that's just me. Well, so these are some of the silly thoughts I think about as I make pancakes in the morning. So some ancient star had a blow up, seed this area of the Milky Way, which then coalesced, and still there was a majority of what was here was hydrogen, a giant gas cloud. That became the sun, and you got all these crazy planets around it. So there's some theory that the Earth and the Moon were once two separate planets in a very close orbit, might have been disturbed by Jupiter, and they gave the proto-Earth the name Gaia, or Mother Earth, and the proto-Moon the name Thea, or the daughter of Gaia, and that the Moon slams into us just at the right angle to tilt the Earth's axis, and the resulting collision made a larger Earth, or Gaia, and a smaller Moon that was Thea. But that in the collision, both planets exchanged a lot of materials, and now they have the same atomic signature. Kind of forgot what atomic signature really means, but something about it, they can tell that from the astronauts bringing rocks back, that the Moon was eerily too similar to Earth. So there you go. So every time you look at the Moon, what you're really looking at is an evidence of the worst catastrophe for the Earth ever. Talk about scary. I mean, makes the dinosaur asteroid look like nothing, because they say that the original Thea was probably the size of Mars. So, the dinosaur asteroid was only like 10 or 12 miles in diameter, as opposed to, like 4,000 miles in diameter, like Mars. So, there you go. Just some random thoughts about the universe. So there's definitely life out there in my mind. If it got here and it's observing us, that would be crazy, but might be happening. I mean, the best thing about that would mean that there is a way to travel to interstellar space and somehow get past the Einsteinian the limit of, the speed of light thing, where you can't accelerate anything with matter close to the speed of light. But another thing they say now is you can't move through space-time faster than light if you have matter, as far as we know. But space-time itself can expand faster than light, and the warp drive is a theory where, I don't know, somehow they're saying it's almost like you're stepping out of the, you're warping space, so you're cheating. Whether that will ever materialize or not, I don't know. But again, if aliens have gotten here, if there's ever any hard proof that they did it, that would demonstrate that some superior thinking being figured it out. And, could reverse engineer anything. So, just a little extra interesting, I hope it was interesting, musings on a Sunday morning as I, grappled trying to balance this sausage to get it out. That was pretty good considering. Hey, thanks for watching.